Time for me to have a cup of tea. I made this one for you, Jessi. It's January of 2013. I haven't been well for a long time, and I wanted to make a vlog for you. I'm going to mark it with your name, and you'll find it. Don't worry. It wasn't my fault. If you think that I haven't thought about you every day for 30 years now, 27, I have, and it wasn't my fault. I loved your mom like crazy, and she had a lot of problems, and it just didn't work out. Probably by now, I'm going to set this to release in like maybe 10 years, maybe five years, I'll be dead, and I'm not going to make it through this year. I have a real bad heart condition going on, and I need a cup of tea. I live in like a RV now. A guy like me. I've been making music for the last year and putting it on the internet so that I can show people what I can do, and also I think it'll sell. A lot of people want to buy it now, and that'll be something I can leave you. You have a half brother. His name's Cody James Hurd. He's half Chinese. He's not like you, he's different, and he's just like his mom, tough, cold. I tried to play Army with him one day, and he just couldn't pretend Army, And with me, when I was a kid, man, I would die if my dad just loved to play Army with my dad, full on pretending. But he's a cool kid, smart kid. He's Asian. What do you want? It wasn't my fault, and they made it. Steve and Terry made it really, really hard to. Really hard to keep in touch, and I'm so sorry that scum like that raised you. I was in a bad position. I left with imagine going 2,000 miles away to a strange city, not knowing anyone, all by yourself, and live in a car. The first couple years were really tough, and then I guess it just got to the point where I did come back to get Terry and hear Steve in my living room, watching my TV, screwing my wife, and it just, it ruined my life. It just shows you how relationships go, how devastating it can be. It was a big factor in my life. I really didn't love or trust anybody since Terry. I loved her, man, I loved her. I would have never, ever left her. I would have never left her and you. It just came to a point where I had to do what I had to do, And it just hurt so much, I had to get away at all costs. Sometimes in life you do that. You're probably broke up with your first husband now and I know I have a granddaughter through you. She'll look up. This thing I've been doing on the internet, it's about really leaving a legacy. It's a stunning body of work, and if you're into music and know about productions, it's impressive. And it's only in now 10 months of work. It's an incredible body of work, and it will, I think at some point, somebody will take notice, and it'll give you something to say, like my dad did that. That's fucking amazing, I was an impressive guy in a lot of ways. I've been in pain so long, so much pain. I got sick too, you know. I got sick, and I went in and out of hospitals for years. And man, I wondered. I came to get you, and you were all huffy, huffy. You're a lot like me. So curious what you're like. We'll never meet each other now, you know. I've seen all your pictures and stuff. Seems like Carrie turned out nice. She was always a smart, good, strong girl, Carrie, your half-sister. Derek the whole weightlifting thing, he'll figure out you can't do your body like that. Looks like he's on steroids and all kinds of wacky religious ideas and shit. To each his own. He's a good kid. I knew his dad. He was a pretty good kid, you know. I was hard on him, so I was tell him I'm sorry. It was the worst day of my life, you know. I was real hard on him one day, and he's just a little baby, really. My dad never told me he was sorry. He beat the flying fuck out of me all the time. You probably know some stuff about me. I don't know. I owned recording studios in Los Angeles. Used to teach at UCLA. Have a few advanced degrees in different things. I saw you were doing vet school. That's cool. You know, it started for me about I was 25 when I really got serious about education. It's, you know, I used to fool with pot and all of that, and then you figure out at some point that's all of that shit's just bad news. You know, I grew a beard. The odds are overwhelming that you will be a drug addict because both your mom and I were, and your mom definitely has some psych problems, and so did I. You may have psych problems too. Genetics is very powerful. It's very strong. It's very real. A daughter, a granddaughter. Congratulations, Cadence. I left, you know, I know you know about my vlog and my music, and you've looked and stuff, and but not the stuff where I actually put in some effort. I know, yeah. You got handy with the thumbs down on YouTube on my crappy music. That's cool. You got good taste, I guess. I'm not afraid to die. I'll be dead soon. It's 2013. I doubt I make it 6 more months, if that. Severe cardiovascular distress. I've been sick for a long time. It's just the way life works. What did I learn? Man, I wanted to know you. You know, they kept me away from you carefully for years and hid you and made it real hard. And Terry was too fucked up to show up in court whenever I tried to get custody, and just crazy shit, you know. And nothing they've told you about me is true. They're the fucking losers and the dipshits. Terry finally got Furman Brown. Whoop-de-doo. He's a complete fucking moron. I know Steve probably molested you, and I figured that out. Furman's probably tried. What a piece of shit. Terry always wanted him. He's evil, though. Furman's evil. Even when I was with Terry, he was having a little thing with her behind, trying to. I heard Libby died. I saw that. Stupid. Libby was cool. Libby always wanted to sleep with me. I would not. I was so much in love with your mom, I wouldn't even think about it. Some bunch of email came in. Hold on. Huh. I just wanted you to know, every day I thought about you for now almost 30 years, and I know you're huffy like I was and pissed and shit. You'll get real curious about me sometime around your late 30s if you live that long. I think you will. It was a fun life. It was cool. I figured it out. I know how the universe functions now. Not afraid to die. Can't wait, in fact. I'm in so much pain. Like Homer Simpson, the peace of the grave. I guess that's pretty much it. I might make a series of these. Look out. I tried to make a few. I was just so angry. I tried to make a few before, and it just turned into a fuck Terry and fuck everybody along, and I'm not really pissed at Terry. I mean, I got over it. It took about 10 years, and then I felt like I just didn't have a right to. I didn't want to confuse you, and when you were a little kid, and I didn't want to. I just felt like I didn't have the right anymore, and life intervened. Would have been neat to know you, it's just so fucking wrong that I don't. I spent about 10 years addicted to morphine, and because of a physical problem I have, and in and out of institutions a lot during that time, and totally lost, and it was just epic. It's been epic. The body of work that I've done out of this little RV, and I all by myself, completely alone. I play all the instruments, do the engineering, production, performance. It's incredible. It is something you can be impressed with, and say, that was my dad. I'm pretty sure, I think it will at some point get some publicity when people figure it out, what I've done. It's a whole thing. Hours and hours of music, and of good, well-produced music, very professional. A lot of people like it. I think a lot of people will buy it, and that'll leave like an income stream permanently for you and Cody, I guess my life, I had a vision. I had a vision about it, the way I wanted things to go, and I committed my life to your mom when we had you, before we had you, really as soon as I laid eyes on her, and I committed fully that I would be with her the rest of my life, and she didn't want that. That's just the way it was. She did not want that. She didn't stay. She abandoned us for a long time, and after that, I had to go. I just said, fuck it, I can't stay here. When somebody does you that way, cheats on you and fucks you around, hurts you, just go. Just go. Start over again. The odds are overwhelming that you'll have to raise that little girl of yours on your own. Your old man wasn't so stupid. I've been around. I'm something of a... I don't know. They'll have all of my research records at UCLA and all the work I did there as a scientist. I'm a computer scientist, by the way, as well as physics and audio engineering, electronic engineering, all kinds of shit. I just got sick, and when you get old and sick, it's like the world tries to beat you up every day, and you can defend yourself when you're young, but when you get older, you can't. And you'll find that song. Hell, when I was 20, nothing was ever going to beat me, and it didn't until I was about, I'm 49 now, about somewhere around 44 was the first year even being sick for the 10 years before that took a lot out of me. But all kinds of stuff happened. It was the kind of thing where it's just not my fault, man. If your mom just would have did what she said she was going to do, which is love me forever and stay with me, then things would have been cool and you would have had a good dad in a life. I'm sure it wasn't so great. Scumbag, like, you're probably, I could tell from your pictures and stuff, you're just now beginning to figure out they weren't such great people, and probably what they said wasn't true. Thank you, motherfucker. Shut that shit off. I loved you, that's all. It's just, I know you're pissed off. It's just too bad we couldn't have known each other. I'm speaking to you from beyond the grave. You'll get to the point where you'll want to find out about me and know about me. So, Jessi Starherd, I named you. What a kid you were. Never got to talk to you. You didn't talk. I know it hurt. I'm sorry. That's just life. It's not fair. Sort of just knowing it's not fair and that just stuff happens and just moving on. That seems to be the key for me. That's just the way the universe functions. Get over it before you're dust in a box, you know. Do all the good things you can. Learn to take care of yourself. Well, maybe I'll make another one. I'm going to put this to automatically release in a few years after I'm gone, so. Wish my dad would have made a tape for me that said anything. Yeah. Yeah, it's not all that bad. Sweetheart. I know you didn't like that, but what an arrogant little fuck. I'm not your baby, I'm not your... It's like, you know what, kid, shut up and listen.